Marvell has been one of this year's best performing stocks, up more than 70% since January, more than doubled off the mid-March lows. Now a member of the NASDAQ 100, where it began trading on Monday. Marvell Technology CEO Matt Murphy joins us now. Matt, happy holidays and great to have you back. So what does 2021 hold for you strategically? Big year overall. You announced this Infi deal for about $10 billion, which is huge. How is 2021 different than 2020 from a strategic standpoint?
Sure. Thanks, John, and happy holidays to you and the whole team over at CNBC. We're very excited about 2021. As you noted, we ended the year with a lot of strong momentum, including being added to the NASDAQ 100, which was a huge honor for our company. When we look out to 2021, I think there's just a tremendous tailwind overall for the semiconductor industry, and for Marvell specifically. You can see the activity on 5G spectrum and licenses that's going on right now. These numbers are astronomical in terms of what the spectrum is going for in the United States. You've got cloud computing, which I think is set to have a very strong first half of the year. And then finally, the automotive sector has rebounded very strongly. Those are Marvell's three focus areas, and I think we're extremely well positioned for 2021, obviously with Infi layering in later in the year once we can close that transaction.
Matt, one potential big sea change in semiconductors is this move by many powerful companies to double down on ARM technology and build their own solutions that they used to go outside to names like Intel for. Now, I know you're not in that exact corner of semiconductors, but does that trend affect Marvell at all, and if so, how?
Yeah, no, John, actually, it's a huge opportunity for us. And I was watching earlier when Joanna was speaking. And so on the consumer side, clearly ARM has had a very strong position traditionally in mobile phones and now some of these laptop applications. But what you may not know is that Marvell is probably the most important partner of ARM in the data infrastructure market. So applications like 5G chipsets for the base stations, enterprise networking, cloud computing. Marvell is a designer and a leading supplier of high-end microprocessor technology based on ARM for the infrastructure. And as it relates to the large system OEMs designing their own chips, this is a huge opportunity for us because absent only a few companies, Apple being one, when you hear a system OEM talk about doing their own custom chips, almost every one of those needs a silicon partner with the process technology platform, the packaging capability, and the advanced IP to go actually put the chips together, manufacture them, and ship them in high volume. So we're seeing a huge uptrend in our business in that area, which we refer to as our ASIC business or custom chip business. And we did some very important announcements in the last few months around our 5-nanometer platform, which, as you can imagine, is being very well received by 5G companies, cloud OEMs, enterprise customers, as well as in automotive.
Matt, tell us a little bit about the integration of your acquisition of Infi. This is obviously a huge deal, $10 billion deal. How will that really transform what you're able to offer next year?
Sure. Yeah, it is. It's very transformative for us. And, we announced it, just a couple of months ago. We're going through the regulatory approvals right now, but we expect to close that transaction in 2021. And when we do, we are very excited about the combined company's position, particularly in the cloud infrastructure market. As John mentioned earlier, there's a huge movement towards custom silicon in the cloud market, which Marvell provides. Infi brings in the high-speed optical and high-speed data interconnect, which connects various servers and pieces of networking equipment inside the data centers. And so it's a very powerful combination to take our custom silicon capabilities along with Infi's high-speed optical interconnect and effectively have the IP and the technology to be one of the most important pieces of the cloud build-out that's going to be occurring not only next year, but in the coming years.
Finally, Matt, I hope you'll entertain not a tech question, but more of a management question, which we're going to be probably posing to business leaders in the months ahead. And that is, what are your thoughts on whether or not companies should be considering or implementing vaccine mandates for employees who are coming into the office?
Sure. Yeah, no, it's a timely topic. I think that, along with return to work and those types of policies and what companies are going to recommend. The first thing I'd say, just at the very top end, is that we have a tremendously dedicated team, globally in Marvell, and I think that's been one of the reasons why the company has executed extremely well. We taped out 18 new chips this year, all working from home, and we've been very sensitive and had very much an employee first, health first type of mindset. So as we look to things like how to think about getting our workforce vaccinated, how to think about returning to work, those are things where we're going to be very considerate of the employee point of view and certainly their preference. But I would say that while the work from home environment served us well in 2020, there's no substitute for in-person get-togethers. And fundamentally, we are an innovation company, we're a design company, and we need to get our teams and our engineers in certain groups back into the office and working well together. And so I think as we look to 2021, we're going to be very active in this area, but also very mindful of our employee concerns and balance that with our need to continue to drive innovation in the company.
Yeah, it sounds like that tightrope walk that a lot of executives are trying to figure out right now. You continue to do it. Matt, thanks for being with us. Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys. Thank you.